Shalom. Shalom, Yisrael. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rechachodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstones for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham unto the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessing be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, just going to get into let your speech be seasoned with salt, right? And I'm going to go ahead and start it off with this scripture. This is Sirach, chapter 28, and verse... I'll get straight to the point. Verse 18. It says, many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. In other words, a lot of people have fallen by the sword, but people have fallen by the tongue, meaning what you say, right? What you say can either make or break you in situations, man. It can either put you in a worse jam or get you out of a jam. Right? It could be the difference between life as well as death. As most of y'all that listen should know. Right? So make sure you know when you with whatever you saying, man, really think about what you're saying. Through the power of spirit, Yahweh Bashon Shah. Right? Right? Especially if you're in a situation where, like, you know, it's like, damn, like, I really need to watch what I'm saying. Whether it's like with the police officer, right? Hell, it could be with, you know, women, right? It could be with other people. You know, somebody might piss you off, man. Hey, just be careful what you say. Oh, my bad, bro. You got it. Or you could start arguing back, and before you know it, you done get shot. Dead and gone, right? You know, because that's you know, that's something that majority of people don't know how to control in this world, man, is what they say, right? Yeah, I be seeing like some reels on like Instagram. I think I seen one where Jake was basically just talking straight shit, and then Jada pulled the pole out on him, and then he was just acting like he was quiet then. It was like, dang, like, now if he wasn't talking shit, or if he would have just let it go, he would never have got embarrassed like that in front of everybody. Like, I think it was like at a gas station, right? Because I think he was like calling him like a punk ass bitch or something like that. And once he said that, bro, pulled the pole out on him. Punk ass who? Oh, I'm sorry. Now that is the smartest thing he could have did in that situation, right? Saying you sorry, you know, just take that low. But if you just take the low from the jump, you wouldn't have to. You'll save yourself that level of embarrassment. You know, like, one of the main things you learn in this truth, man, is just to let people have it, bro. That's the best thing you can do, is just let them have it, right? Just walk off. Now, I ain't saying that someone come punch in your face, you just sit there and then walk off. No, you defend yourself. But, you know, what they saying, the words that they using, just walk off on their ass, or just ignore them, or just be like, you know what, you got it. I ain't finna go back and forth with you. You know, it's just not worth it in a lot of the cases, man. Right? So what? You may go back and forth with somebody just to prove your point. I'm right. Okay, now what? You're right, and now what? What you gain from it? You're right. It could cost you your life trying to be right. People like, man, you got it, bro. You believe. You know, whatever you believe, or you got to say what they say, you got it, bro. I ain't finna go back and forth with you about it, man. Because, bro, we living in times like people are offing other people over the smallest stuff, bro. I be seeing stuff on the news like, bro, like, why is someone getting killed over a french fry? A fight over french fries, dude. It's like, are you serious? Like that's the kind of people we're dealing with here, man. Like, they will kill you over a french fry that's like $2, $5. You know? So be careful with what you say, right? Because what you say can make or break you, right? I'm going to get this Colossians chapter 4, start at verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. Right? So basically, be wise with what you're saying, with whatever you say. Now there's a time and a place where you cussing out Jake. When you on the highways and byways, that's the most time you can do it. But even then, you still gotta use wisdom on that. You don't want to sit there. You might see a mole go across the street. You don't want to sit there just yelling, yeah, look at that stupid ass mole over there. We got to kill them all or something like that. And then now you done brought the demon over there to you. And now y'all got to deal with him. Right? Say something when you get a little further away or something. Or don't say nothing at all. It's something, our elders do pretty well. Like even when they see like a certain individual come by, like they'll kind of say like a little joke or something. But it's not a thing it's not to a point to where they're finna come up and approach them because of what they said. So you gotta use wisdom even when you're on the highways or byways with your speech, with what you say. Because a lot of things is just not worth being said, right? A lot of things is not worth being said. It's best just to, you know what? What is the scripture? The scripture goes to a soft answer. Yep. This Proverbs chapter 15. Dang it, come on, man. This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. He says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Right? That's all. Last thing you want to be doing, using grievous words to stir up somebody, making someone even more mad, or start to making somebody mad. Let me read verse 2. It says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Right? And that's what you see among these people, man. When they speak, it's just pretty much just foolish stuff, man. That's all they pouring out. Foolish, vain opinion. Right? And they wonder why they getting shot up. They wonder why, there's always a commotion or a problem when they're around. Because Jake don't know how to control their mouth. But once you come in this thing, you learn to like, okay, let me, you put some salt in my speech, man. Yeah, let my speech be seasoned with salt. All right, let me be wise in what I say. If I say this, is this gonna make the situation worse, or is it gonna make it better? These are things you got to think about. Even when you're upset, man. When you're upset, it's a lot harder to. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot harder to, but you be better off. You be saving you a lot of embarrassment. All right, you'll be saving yourself a lot of embarrassment, man, because your tongue can get you into a position. It's like, damn, now if you want to take the low, you really have to try to take the low. I remember I've dealt with that a couple of my fair share of times. I'd be like, dang, it's just been better if I didn't say nothing. I said something, now I put myself in a worse predicament. Now I got to try harder to really be careful with what I'm saying, when I could have just not said nothing to begin with. Don't let your anger get the best of you, man. Because if it does, bro, you're just gonna regret it in the end, anyways. Still end up having to take in the low. Still end up getting embarrassed. Hell, might mess around, get the ministry blamed with just simply with words, bro. With words, man. Words are powerful, bro. Words can change somebody's mood. Somebody might be already upset, and you just added on to it with what you said. Man, get the fuck out the way. Might have been your way over. Get the fuck out the way or some shit. Not saying any brother do that, but you better not be doing that. Let alone amongst these people. So yeah, man, just be wise with what you say, man. And sometimes it's best just not to say anything. Sometimes, not all the time. But anyway, that's all I really had through the spirit, man. Just let your speech be seasoned with salt, man. Right? Because your tongue either make you or break you. And a lot of these people is breaking them. People are getting off left and right. Like I said, There's somebody that died over some fucking French fries, McDonald's French fries, dude. Imagine being killed over McDonald's French fries because of what that tongue, bro. Sitting there, they probably started arguing over it, like, man, that's my fry, that's my fry. Nobody wanted to be bigger person, let it go. Someone got too mad and then pow, yeah, and it's my fries now. Like, bro, like, yeah, you see how goofy that sounds? That's the people we're amongst, though. So be wise with what you say, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it off by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yeshua.